Hi, my name is Gary Webster. I'm a teacher of English at Sophia High School, and also I'm the assessment and data lead for the school. I joined Sophia High School in January of 2025, and my remit is to make sure that not only do we collect a wide range of meaningful, rigorous data for our pupils, but also that we actually make really effective use of that data. So, for example, one of the key data tools that we use within the school is Cat4 data, which for those of you that have experienced Cat4 before will know is a really useful tool for diagnosing not a student's academic ability, but their learning potential and also their preferred learning styles. It's a cognitive ability test. And it measures their ability range in a number of different ways. But from that data, we have a very clear idea of how our pupils learn, whether they have a preference for reading information that's printed, or whether they work better with numbers, or whether they're more able to make use of video material, for example. So the Cat4 data is really useful in helping us to understand not only what our children's goals should be, but also how best they're going to meet those goals. That is also supported, of course, by regular teacher assessments. We have a very effective tracking system. We have a system called Athena, where on a regular basis throughout the course of the year, all of our teachers will record our children's progress based on real evidence, the work that they're actually doing in class. And for each year group, we have a set of criteria that are the expectations for a pupil of that age. So in English, for example, which is my subject, for a year 8 pupil, we have a set of criteria that defines whether they're meeting the expectations of year 8, whether they're exceeding, or whether they're still indeed working towards their year 8 goals. And when we enter the data onto Athena, we check their progress against each of those criteria. So we build up a very detailed picture of where our children are in each and every subject. And of course, if we need to make any interventions to support the children, then we can do so, and do so early. And that's the goal, isn't it? To make sure that we spot any issues as soon as we possibly can, and then we put something really effective in place to address those needs and monitor the effectiveness of that. Another thing that we also are looking at doing is introducing pass assessments for children, which will then give us a really good idea of how students feel about their learning ability, about their place within the school, about how engaged they are by the curriculum, and their self-regard as learners. How do they feel about their ability to learn? And that's something that we're looking to bring in this year as well. So by having the Cat4 tests, the teacher assessment, and the pass assessments, we will be able to build up a really clear and detailed picture of where our students are with the teacher assessments, where our students are going to aim for with the Cat4 data, and also how they feel about themselves as learners with the pass assessment results as well. Of course, data on its own doesn't really tell the full story. And so the relationship that any teacher builds with a child is absolutely essential in helping us to understand whether there are any issues that a child needs additional support with. So the data is a tool that we use, but of course, it's not the full picture. We have to rely on our day-to-day interactions with the children and understand what they need from us. The goal is to make sure that for every single child in the school, we maximize their learning opportunities. And if the data can help us to do that, then that is really beneficial for us, and it's really beneficial for the pupil as well. So that's what we want to do: personalize the educational experience to meet the very specific learning needs and of each and every child that we have within our school. So that's my role in a nutshell. I do run CPD sessions throughout the year for our teachers to help them understand how best we can use the range of data that we have. and I'm very, very happy to answer any questions that you might have about the data that we gather and how we use that data. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye.